Today, guys, we'll be looking at 50 dumb ways noobs die in Minecraft all the time. And naturally, this one is starring my friend, Alex the Noob. Let us know in the comment section which silly death was your favorite. Okay, you should never give noobs elytra. I mean, when noobs fly, right? Or maybe not. And speaking of, keep them away from anvils. They tend to drop them on their head. Even ender pearls are a little bit of a rough story when it comes to noobs throwing them around. Now, this next one, though, this one was more for me. I told her to go all the way up to the top of the scaffolding and one break away, and that's all she wrote. Now, I don't know what she was doing with the bow and arrow, but she definitely missed the mark, put it that way. Now, how about this? Bouncing into action, and it's gone. We even tried to see if we could get some dumb deaths going at the Ender Dragon, and we did not fail. Now, one of the biggest things with noobs is that they happen to be best friends with Cactus for some reason, but the Cactus just doesn't show love in return. The Spencers, though, with fireworks, the best combination in the world. Pufferfish, blowing things up, baby. Especially noobs in this case. Yeah, that looked like it hurt a little bit. Almost got me. Now, this one was from Dark Alex's Minecraft world, and as you can see right there, things did not look that much better, regardless of what sort of ender crystal we ran into. Now, this one is a classic. Normally it'd be an explosion, but she just happened to completely miss the pressure plate. Don't worry, it still blew up. Now, eating zombie flesh and eventually starving to death is a new one for me, but not for noobs. Watch out when trying to make friends with iron golems. It doesn't usually work out when, you know, punch them in the face. I could have told you that. Now, this one is just a skeleton story. Bad guys at night do not mix well with noobs. Just gotta be honest. Same story with the zombies over here. They don't want to give you hugs. I promise you, they're trying to kill you. Now, the Nether has plenty of danger. And make no mistake, you're not gonna want to fall asleep there, because if you try, well, you'll end up a little bit like that. Speaking of Nether, lava is another one to watch out for. All that stuff we worried about collecting burned up. Wandering Trader, yeah, you're gonna have to deal with his llamas if you're not too careful, okay? No one wants to die by spit. Okay, now, this next one, it's an unhealthy combination of a handful of things. Like, oh, just falling and dying. That's a little bit of a rough one. Bees, on the other hand, well, I don't recommend you punch them. They've got quite the hefty stinger on them, too. Poor Alex, she was just trying to pet it. Didn't work. Withers, though, that's a whole different scenario to run into. I mean, they literally shoot explosive skulls at you. I don't know what you were expecting, Alex. Now, this next one takes us into the middle of the caves. I mean, creepers? Come on. Come on. Come on! It's so obvious. This one, less obvious. What is she doing? Oh, right. Catching fire on a campfire. Maybe she get back in the boat. Things were a little bit less problematic there. Now, as for this story, well, as you can see here, all she had to do was starve to death. And speaking of starving, I know you guys are starving for even more exciting Alex the Noob content. So make sure you download the Alex the Noob Corrupted Minecraft World. It is out now on the Minecraft Marketplace. Lovely. Back to these crazy deaths. Well, Guardians are nothing to trifle with, and neither are any of the baddies that you can find in the middle of a pillager raid. They just love making noobs pop all over the place. Okay, now, Alex, what are you doing? Oh, suffocating in a wall. Not even fire resistance could help her with that one. Piglins, well, they're looking to help her in the form of taking all of her gold. Poor guys, didn't even get any, as far as I could tell. Now, here's a very interesting one. You already know to never dig straight down. Well, Alex the Noob takes it to a whole different level and falls right into lava from doing it. It's so sad. Now, this one is a little bit more of a funny story. Right. She didn't just fall, she literally flew right into the ground. Now, normally I'd say witches get stitches, but in this case, the noobs have it coming to them. She didn't even try. You had to leave me to clean up the mess, no less, too. Come on, Alex. The things I have to teach this noob constantly. Now, as we fall into a ravine, you'll see that from time to time, well, occasionally my friend Alex, let's put it this way, she occasionally misses the mark. Yeah, that looked like it hurt. Now, this is going to be a true hurt because we were trying to get some pets, and instead, she punched them instead of feeding them. Such a sad story. Again, with the withers, Alex, this is pretty bad. Now, normally, you get exploded from skulls. This time, just from spawning in is what caused the problem here. Back to the end is where we find ourselves next, and Alex decided to give an Enderman a dirty look. And then they came after me! It was the worst! Now this one's pretty weird too. I don't recommend you set roofs on fire in your day-to-day life, but if you happen to, well, you gotta watch out for getting caught with flames. Who'd have thought? Now, climbing trees is dangerous whether it's in Minecraft or in real life, but if you're not careful, you can take a serious stumble. Maybe stumble into a mine shaft and deal with some nasty spiders. Oh gosh, at least she didn't get poisoned. It looked like she went out pretty quickly. Oh man, nice and painless. Well, kind of. Now, sheep, same story. No business in the end. Neither are the wool that they're made up of. Explosions ahoy all over the place. Not even berries are safe from killing you. Ah, such a noob. I told her just to stick to bread. Now over here, we've got Alex trying to make friends once again with the skeletons outside. It's never gonna work, girl. Okay, underwater houses. What do you expect's gonna happen? Once again, Alex forgot her water-breathing potion. Not a good look, Alex. Not a good look at all. Diamonds! Right, well, if you get me mad by causing diamonds to fall into the lava, in this case, we both might go. Oh, so bad. Now check this one out. She decided to pick a fight with the zombie piglins and the magma cubes, and it just didn't work out. It never seems to. Whoa, that guy's got a crazy pumpkin on his head. Look at that thing. Okay, now how about getting sucked underwater and getting killed by magma blocks at the bottom? Sometimes it's suffocation you gotta worry about. Other times, it's deep underwater blocks of lava, essentially. The floor was lava indeed. So sad. Now we're rounding out the edge here, and as you can see, I cannot catch a break even while trying to fish. And instead, Alex had to interrupt my peaceful fishing session just to end up getting walloped by me. Never interrupt a man while he's fishing. It's tale as old as time. Now this one is, you know, just a case of bad breath. A friendly reminder to brush your teeth, otherwise the Ender Dragon might have his nasty way with you. Oh boy. Now this one, watch out for falling sand, because if you're not too careful, it can fall right on top of you. And what a way to go. A bunch of sand stuck in your throat, typical noob behavior. Ugh. The final one though, a lot of fun. Having battles with your friends with tridents? Yeah. This one is just stay on log.zip's good side. Otherwise, you might get struck by lightning in the middle of a thunderstorm. As you can see right here, with the trident channeling. Oh my gosh, unending, I gotta say.